Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and it's actually it's really cloudy out there. Yeah, okay, so it's not going to be too hot today, only about 30 they reckon, so that's not bad. I'm going to straighten this up a bit better than that. Could be the table. Anyway, I'm going to do a stump work hand in a minute, but I just want to show you what I've been up to this morning. I collected up some rings because I really need some rings to work with a couple of things that I want to do. Now, most of them that you get have got a opening in them, right? And we're going to sew on them, so that's all right. This one here's got. Now, I bought these for really cheap, and then when you get it's opportunity shops, which I call them opportunity shops, it's thrift shops. Bags of them, and they're really dear, like for what they are. I think they are dear anyway. So these are like little wheels, but I've got a lot of bigger ones, but I've got these in a pile here, and I'm going to show you how I get them too. Some of them. This is off of the jewellery. Look, see, and it hasn't got a break in it, which is really good. So I'm just going to take a couple of these off here. My poor old hands are getting a bit rough because of playing with the beads and the wires and things lately. It's okay. So that's a good one. I like the size of that, and it hasn't got a break in it either, so that is awesome. Because when you're doing your you can use these bits on dangles if I keep them. When you're doing your what's the name around them, which we're going to show you anyway. Eventually we'll do something with them because that's why I wanted them. I'm going to do some ribbon embroidery using some of them, some ordinary embroidery using some of them. There's so many things you can do with so many things, and that's probably why I have so many things because there's a lot of it can be used in nearly everything I do. But then I went overboard because I couldn't find any sorry about this noise. Because I couldn't find any rings, I was collecting them up everywhere I went down, and they seemed to come out there in lots. There was lots after that. After you couldn't find any for a long time, then I got heaps of them. I wonder if these are all the same. Actually, these are a bit smaller, so that's really cool. Yeah, that's good. They've got different sizes, haven't I? Anyway, I've got a drawer with a whole heap more in them, like a small plastic drawer, but I put these ones up here in front of me on the shelf on my table so I could find them, and I put rings on instead of circles. Oh well, I could have put circles, but they're rings or circles or whatever. But this is how you get your stuff, this is how you get your stuff. More than half of my stuff, way more than half of my stuff's all recycled, or bought second hand but new, if you know what I mean. Got lots of fabric at garage sales that was all new and different things like that, and lots of things that was in perfectly good order. But anyway, so yeah, we're doing this now just for a minute, and then I'll show you how to make this hand. Well, I'm gonna have a go. I know how to do it. I know what I have to do, but I don't know. I know that I haven't made one yet, so there you go. So we're all learning here together, aren't we? There's more in here, but I don't think I need any more. Let me see what they look like. Yeah, I've got heaps of them. Look at that. Wow. Well, I can take these off eventually one day. And I've actually got some pearls. Are they real pearls? Are they pearls? They're really old. I don't know if they're real. I don't think they are. They're really old. Yes, they're really old ones, so could probably do a little bath with a look of them. And what am I doing with them in there? Anyway, I suppose there were things I thought I'd leave into the too hard basket or something. They look nice too, those little hearts. They could do with a bit of a little rinse too, I think. But anyway, so I should probably keep these in there. There you go, look at that, and then I can take them off later. I thought I'd just sit them somewhere, but that's not a good idea, is it? And then when I need these, I can find them. Actually, I'm going to put a couple in what I'm going to take out to the lounge room with me today, so I can have a little practice on that later tonight and see what I'm going to do with them. Because they're okay. The thicker ones are okay, but they're not these ones with the break in them, see, it's really hard to fix that properly. Okay. And the cat got me again. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. I should stick a band-aid on. I generally just put some cream on there, but I think I better put a band-aid on it. And I do have one here somewhere. I had it in my hand a while ago. Come back to me wherever you are. That's not good. Sorry about this. Oh, here it is. Won't be a minute. I'll just put one of these plaster things on me, and opening a band-aid's not fun. I don't know if it'll fit across that, but anyway, you won't have to look at it if I cover it over. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, it works okay. There we go. Right, now, mouthful of water, and we'll get the bead hand going. It's a wire hand. So, in the book, it tells you to use pearl cotton. I don't think it means this. I think it means the silk one, the silk thread. And that's okay, because I think we can use whatever we've got. It just depends how easy it will be to roll it. Now, I was thinking of doing it on this tiny wire, but the lady's got the lady we're making, you know, I did the legs, remember? I did the legs. That's not very good. Band-Aid's come off me. I did a little legs and feet, and I want to do her hands today. But she's only going to have a small hand. Look, so that one there might be behind the back, is it? Do I only have to make one? Can't remember now. It's in the box here somewhere. Well, there you go. I might only have to get away with one hand. But see, that's okay, because it'll look all right, because I think that it's... oh no, look, they're both there. That one that's sitting there, that one's sort of turned. But see, that's the idea of doing it with the wire, so you can actually move them. And that's really little, isn't it? But anyway, we'll see how we go. We'll see if we can make it like this, and if we can't, we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it with just the stocking like we did the feet. I'm going to have to wipe my hands. Hang on a second. I sit on this chair properly, but I don't. I just plop down here and never think about it. I haven't even changed the other one back in here yet. I'll have to glue that on, a band-aid. Anyway, now, so I'm going to use wire that is going to be this one here, I think. I've got a lot on there. This is a 28 gauge. This one here might be 26 or 20 or 30 even, because it's really fine. I'm really waiting for my other... oh, it's 32, is it? Yes, looks like it. It's a 32 gauge, this one. I can pick that up. It tells me on this side. Here we go, look, see? It's 24 yards and it's 32 gauge. Now, I don't know, I think I bought it at the shop here when the lady was still here with the craft things. Many years ago. Had that for many moons. But it's too thin. It's way too thin. It'll make a tiny little hand, but you're going to have to try and work with it, so that's too skinny. I must have used it for something though. Maybe wire on a bee at some stage. I need some better bags than those. They're nasty, aren't they? And I do have some somewhere here, but that's another one of those. I've got to look for it later projects, okay? And then I'll put those in. So I think I'm going to use, this is 28, this one's 26, the 26 is thicker, right? So the 28 gauge is what I'm going to use, all right? Now, we have to cover it with, and all we need to make is each finger one at a time, okay? So we're going to do that. So I don't want it any bigger than that, righto? I've got to cover it, okay? Cut it with this, because that's what I've been using, I know, but I have a few pairs of those, so I'm not going to be too, you know, it's okay, nobody panic. Dear, oh dear. Right, now we need to get a start on this. So this is a really fine cotton, DMC, 20 grams. It doesn't tell you anything about the size. There's approximately 400 metres on there or something, it says. Somebody must have counted them, did they? Now, to do this, I think I used to not ever put any glue near anything. Maybe I won't do that today either. I'll just tie a knot to start with. And I'll wind it. I need it to come back that way. Maybe I should start down this end here. Right, that's a better idea, because for some reason I'm turning things the wrong way. I don't know why. Anyway, so this is going wrapping around, okay? We're wrapping around, and we're going to do it very close together, righto? It's going to have to be very close together. Each piece of thread is going to be very close, okay? Now we're going to have a bit of glue, I think. I definitely think there's going to have to be glue in this story. Where is my... Which one will I use? Oh, that's the trouble. It's something that's going to... Okay, get this out of here. Surely you can, Sonya. Stuck there for life, is it? What's going on with that? If I clean the nozzle of it, it might be better, eh? If I clean all the crap off it. My hubby hates me playing with knives. I was out there yesterday sorting out something. I was making a box thing that I want to work with, and he said to me, "Be careful, there's a knife." I know. I'm going to put this on here and hope this will stick. Even if it starts sticking to itself. Come on now, where are you? Somebody... That wouldn't go in there because it's crooked. If I straighten it, we can put it back in there. Keep going, come on. Righto. Now this is me not being organised. Sorry about that. Now maybe it'll come out, I hope. Hope this sticks, because it's good glue, but it has a little hissy fit from time to time. What are you doing? Come on, please. Bit back here where it started. Right, I'm not going to put a lot on, I'm just going to be a little bit. You don't want to cover it too much with glue, because otherwise it would never dry, will it? Never going to dry. Okay, dokie. Now we're going. Now we're going along. Make sure it doesn't push up on top of the other bit. Okay. You're going to make them left just fair next to one another as you go along. All right. There we go. This is something that one needs patience for. And I think I still got them. I used to have them, but as you get a little bit, I think I'm right. I think I've still got patience to do this, and I'm really pleased that I think it's working for me today. Okay, so then I can get the end of it here, because hopefully it's glued in place and it's not going to go anywhere or do anything weird. And you just twist it, and it will twist on, okay, and then press it down, twist it on, push it down, on, push it down. I think I got way too much. I mean, I'm only going to make a little thing here, so it doesn't really need a lot. Made a gap there. Make it wrong, Sonya, please. I'm sorry. I have to get off my arm. Come over here. I'm leaning on my arms on the table, and that's not good. Can't work like that. I'm going to put a little bit more glue up here. Come on. Oh, goodness me. There we go. That big enough? I think it is. I don't think it needs to be any longer than that. Just do a bit more, put some more glue on, I should say, and then end it off there, I think. I'm sorry I can't fast forward this, and so therefore you'll have to watch me do it. Is that okay? Right, so you get that like that. Hopefully it'll glue on there. Come on, please. I got him. Right. Now I better look at that clock and see what time I've finished. About 1:15, so we'll see how we go. So now we've got heaps here, so I'm going to cut that bit off there. Probably do that with the next one, could I? Use this for the next finger. Let me show me. Maybe not. Just a bit too, it's not quite enough. So what you do then is you push this together really carefully. And that's one little finger, but I still have to push that together better than that, don't I? Without wrecking it. It's got to go flat together, not twist around. There you go, I got him. Look, there we are. There's one, that little finger, okay? So let's do another 4. But you know what? When I was trying to do it the other day, you wouldn't have wanted to be here. I tell you. Oh dear, it wouldn't work for me, no way in the world. Kept on. Anyway, it's a different day. And I'm thirsty. Now I'm going to start at this end in this side, because I can't do it back the other way to start with. Come on, little glue, hurry up and get out there. I might just put this thing back in it just for a minute, just to and get some thread. It's not really stark white, so it should look okay. You do whatever colour you want to, really. I don't think there's any rules. I mean, you know, I'm sure that there's no rules to any of this stuff. There really isn't. So you just put your bit of glue on and then you start rolling around, okay? Just start wrapping. I put a bit more glue on, I think. That's the way to do it. Just add a bit of glue as you go, because otherwise it's going to slip and move everywhere. I'm sure I've got enough glue in this thing. And if I put more in, it'll start exploding on me, I suppose, if I start trying to refill it. I don't think it needs to be. I'll check in it later. I'll have a look at it later. Ah, goodness, it must have something stuck in the thing. I'll just leave that there a minute while I check this thing for a sec. Oh, now I can't. I guess I can. Right. Just have to do a bit of operating on this thing. Get some of the mess out of it. Probably should be soaked in some warm water or something. I don't know how to do this, because I have never, as you can tell, cleaned out the crap. Oh dear. It's getting stuck there only because it's probably got a bit of dry glue in that, in the nozzle of it. This bit's getting stuck because it's not straight, isn't it? Ow. Found my own finger. Alright, that's good. I'll try this again. Sorry about all the breath. Having an in it. Oh dear. Glue. Brilliant. I suppose now it's going to keep falling out the rest of the day. Right, so let's go with this. And now I'm not in the shot, and I've got my arms back on the table again. Sorry about that, people. I'm hoping that you can see what I'm doing. They'll get tired from being up there, and then I'll have to move them. But I'm going to swap hands now, put it in that one, and spin it round. Takes a little bit of time to learn to do that, but that's okay, so don't panic. If you want to just wrap around while you don't really, I don't think you can watch TV while you're doing this. Some people say, oh, you can just sit down and watch TV while you're doing this bit of crafting. I kind of sort of had the TV on years ago while everybody else was watching it, but I never really watched it because I was doing stuff. I don't think I can do that. I think I've got to pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm sorry about this, that's not working, that band-aid. I'm going to have to try and keep it out of the shot. Sorry about that. Okay, so we can push that down there. Push him down there. Try not to make it, it's moving a bit there. I'm going to try and get the most part of that you're going to be able to see exactly nice, you know. You're trying to get it exactly nice. It's just all a bit bubbly up there, isn't it? Keep going because you don't want to stop. You don't want to stop on it. You need to keep going to get enough to make another finger out of it. Okay. This one can be the little one, if that's okay. That's be the little one, or the thumb. Practicing, you know, gets you there, doesn't it? I've done many things with this, wrapping these things, because I did a real lot of stuff, as you would have known, on them things that you've seen me make, that I made, and all them. I don't know if I showed you the thing with all the insects on it, but they were, a lot of them had to have wire wings and things, all wrapped with cotton. I'm going to press this down a bit better than that. I could have put this shiny one on, but I didn't really want to, because I don't think it was what I needed. Everybody's got their own thing, you know. So there's another one. There's 2 little fingers for the tiny little lady's hand. Because when you get those done, then we're going to wrap it all together and make the hand. Okay? So we can just do a couple more. I think we might have to be able to finish them all today if we keep going nicely. We still keep going like we are. And it doesn't matter if you cut a bit extra wire. I mean, I suppose it does. It just depends on yourself. You know, I mean, I don't want them to be... These are going to have to be the fingers. They're not small enough for the thumb or the tiny finger, are they? Because she doesn't want a hand to be too big. They're fingers there, and this part will be a hand. She'll like a monkey if she has too big hands, won't she? Sorry about that, monkey. I didn't... actually, I don't like monkeys. I think they're scary little things. It's not very nice, I know, but everybody's got their own thing, you know, like some people don't like spiders, or I don't like clowns either. I don't like clowns. And I don't like monkeys. I'm not be very good at the circus, would I? I don't like monkeys or clowns. Clowns are really scary. I don't understand that, why they put a clown near kids. I mean, kids would scare the kid, I reckon. But anyway, mine didn't like clowns either, so there you go. That was mutual. Everybody's got their own things that they like and don't like. Tell me what you're mostly not scared of, but what you don't really like about things. You know, I don't like monkeys and I don't like clowns. And what else? I love all vegetables, so I eat all my vegetables, so that's good. But otherwise, I love all the colours in the world, so that's good. But I don't like monkeys or clowns. Oh, now I've got this tangled up around there, that's not good. It's waving around all over the place. Don't make a knot in it, for goodness sake, Sonya. You'll have to let me know what you don't like. Or it's maybe people are scared of spiders. Some people are scared of spiders. A friend of mine, she's petrified of them. She drove the car off the road one day when I said, oh, look at the spider. I was going to say web, and I couldn't even get the word out, and she pulled the car over. Ah, dear. Anyway, well, she wouldn't have touched the spider web because it was in her car, but she wouldn't have touched it. She was petrified of them, she is. I guess some people, you know, that's just how it is. I don't like snakes. Nobody would though, would they really? If I keep out of his yard and he'll keep out of mine, we're happy. They're all right at a distance. I actually plan on making a lizard myself, so that's something I'm excited about too. I'm going to make a lizard. Put on something I'm working on. Actually, where's that bit I did? Years ago, I made this bit of a crocodile alligator thingy. Look at that. He hasn't got any eyes yet. This was his underneath. And he never got a top bit, so he's just there, you know, he's just sitting there. I don't know if you can see him. I'll put him on a piece of paper. Look at that. That was real easy too, you know. Very easy to do. I did it from a pattern out of a book. The other one I'm only going to do from a picture that I've got of one that I found that I'm going to make. But he's going to be on fabric actually, I think, on log or on a log. That'd be enough. Right, yep. This one I've got is too big to put on it. He's a beauty, isn't he? I wonder what I was going to do with him. Jeremy said to me, he said, you used to make lizards. I said, well, I did. I used to make those other ones too, the ones you can make that you can wear for brooches or something. I've made a few of those before, in the same style as what we did, some of the same style as what we did those leaves. The petals, I mean, that I was doing. You come away over there, mate. Just sit down over there a minute. I was looking at me bead stuff because I needed to. This one's a bit smaller, so it can go be the little finger probably. What do you reckon? Geez, we're getting along now, all right then, aren't we? Yeah. With them, better than I thought. I didn't think I'd even get one done without having a turn. Got to get it really, really close together. And I'm covered in glue, but it doesn't matter. It's working for me anyway, isn't it? There's 3. Yeah, that can still be the hand, can't they? That one there's got to be a little bit longer. We want it realistic, don't we? Whatever. And then I put a little one and a thumb. That's cool. Let's do that before we have to turn this off. I should have enough time. You know, I haven't done any sort of thing like this for years, and this is really getting me intrigued doing this sort of stuff now. I'm getting right back into it with a big way. And that's okay, because I've got some really nice, good plans that I'm going to do for our local show. I told you that yesterday, didn't I? Yeah. Or maybe you haven't seen the video. I don't know. This one's for Stumpwork anyway, because I put up a bead one. Actually, I haven't put up the bead one. The bead one's going up today. I'm a day behind, but I'm having to stay that way till next week. I'm sorry, because that's just how it is. If I start putting them up, I don't know, it's wrong. But anyway, we're getting there. It's going to be on there. I did Really nice one yesterday. I'm up the wrong end again. Look at me go. I'm up the wrong end. Back over here, Sonya. Righto. Now wind this round here. I don't know what happened to my ribbon that I bought. I'm a bit disappointed. That lady sent me that first lot really straight away. This time it's not here yet, and I don't understand. Never mind. I'm sure she hasn't forgotten me. Well, I'd hope not. Sorry about this. I have to have a scratch. Can't help myself. It was itchy. I glue all over myself. I don't have to tell you just can see it, eh? Never mind, these hard-working hands. Well, not labour-like. They don't do any much labour work now. In the past, I've done a bit. I do woodcut and fishing and fossicking. They're all fossicking for gold and lots of different things I did in my past. I never did much gardening. My husband likes to do that. That's enough, isn't it? Yep. Oh dear, now it's coming undone. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's going all weird. Come all undone. Push back down there. Should have put some glue closer down to it, shouldn't I? A bit in the middle there to keep hold of it there a bit so it doesn't do that funny thing again. Come on. That's enough, Sonya. That's plenty. Don't let it unravel on me. You could tie a knot in that, but I think it'd be really tricky. And, you know, it's time consuming. Sorry for dropping them down there. I'm sorry about that. Throwing the scissors. Goodness me. A bit wild. Oh dear. Come on, stay there. No. Don't get undone. Don't get undone. Please don't get undone. No. So you definitely need pliers for this. And so you do for ribbon embroidery too sometimes. Any sort of embroidery if the thing won't pull through. And one more. We need one more. Let's get going. And then we can make a little hand. A bit more glue on. Takes a little minute for this glue to dry, but we can handle it. And just as long as I don't get stuck in it and ruin it. Righto. And you just spin it round. If you don't learn to do this, it's not very hard to do. If you don't learn to do it, it's going to take a long time, but you want it to be done right, you know, you do really want it to be done right. I'm going to show you something else I'm going to show you how to do. Where is it? Here. This one will be next time, maybe it's a Stumpwork leaf. See, and all that there is all covered. Even though it's green, the wire, I still covered it with the cotton. See? So we're going to be doing one of those. This is a good thing to learn to do, this method of covering the wire, because then you can make really good stuff. I'll do them leaves because I want to make them for my project that I'm doing. I'll give you a look at from time to time. That's big enough, isn't it? A little thumb. I think so. The other one made a kink in it. Yeah, it's big enough. A little bit of gap there. Okay, now we'll screw this up. Screws that up, and then we're going to get a wipe and clean our hands a bit, eh? Sorry about the noise. Clean myself up a bit so I can do the next bit. Rightio, so we've got one. That's a littler one. These three here are about the same sort of size. So we need to put these together. We don't need that bit up there. Just thread out of the way. And this one. And then we have a very small one, a little one. And all you have to do really is just move them up or down. It doesn't really matter if you made them all the same size to start with. Then you could just do, just move them later, fix them up. And there's a thumb. Okay. So there's a little hand. Well, it will be in a minute when I do this wrapping thing, which I'm going to do it up to about there, I think. So let's get on with that. I'm thinking I might make them a bit shorter. They might seem a bit long compared with how a hand would be. You need to get it sort of in a bit of proportion anyway, don't we? Down a bit further. Righto. Hang on to them. I'll be able to fix them better once I start wrapping them, I think. I'm not going to be able to keep it too secure yet. Just hang on a second till we get that sorted. Okay. I'm going to put some glue across there to start with. See what happens. Now, this is all tangled up. So, of course it would be. You don't want to really pull this too tight. Push them down a bit further. These ones are too long, I don't know. What do you reckon? That's not too bad for what it is. It's fake. It's not real. You can't do the real thing, Sonya. Now that's really mucky, and it should be nice and look nice and flat, so it look like a hand instead of whatever this is. Go down around here a bit further. I think these fingers are too long, way too long. Not impressed at all with that. I'll have to undo that a bit. Try that again, okay? Try and get done before it settles into that glue. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. Which way am I going now? What have I done? I've hooked it up with something. Really? How did I do that? Anything's possible, Sonya. You know that. Got it off. Righto. Now, we need to push that down a bit further. That one. They're stuck together. Right, that's better. That one, and that one. Righto. How about that? And I'll let them go again. A little bit of patience, Sonya, is what you need. So that... Now if I started that there, wrapping, what do you reckon? I'm not gonna, I don't know if I'll put the glue on there yet. I'll just see if I can get it nice and straight. Maybe I will put the glue on it because it's going to have to be held on by something, isn't it? Something's going to have to hold it there. Which one of these is the right one that I started wrapping, because I never cut that off? Let's go over the top of that. Oh, you know what? It's going to have to be okay because I can't do it any different. I'm trying my best. I think it looks pretty neat. I'm going to see if I can use my left hand to cut this off here because it's annoying me. Righto. I have to put another wrap around there, don't you reckon? So it's not thick enough. I'll do another roll of it on there. So I hope that this is not going to turn off yet. It won't be a minute. I've got 5 minutes I think that I can still keep going for here. I'll try and make it so it looks neat. It's got to be neat. A bit there I missed. So maybe the fingers are too long for the hand, but that's okay because we'll give them a flower or something. You won't be able to see that. You could put a flower in it, see, then you can go right up here. Look. Oh my goodness me! I'm excited. Even though it was a little bit of trial and error, what do you reckon? Hey, you think it looks okay? I do. Now this goes onto her arm or up a sleeve or whatever. You fasten it into there, okay? Which we will do as we go along with the Stumpwork story. All right. Stumpwork stitches and things. But that's how you do the hands, okay? There's the lady picture. Now she's probably got hands way too big, isn't it? Oh, well, maybe not so much. You can turn it around a bit. So you can hold on to something. Pocket, I don't know. I'm going to put it onto her. But that bit there goes up into it. Well, she's going to have hands. It's okay. I'm not going to worry about it because I really think that it's going to look really cool when I'm finished. Isn't it? I think it's going to look really cool when I'm finished. There you go. So you can make little hands for your little people that we're going to do, okay? And I really had fun doing that, didn't I? Even though I got glue all over me and I got stuck up and everything like that. So you can turn the fingers and make it, get it to hold something. You know, it'll look really good. I think I'm going to like it. Because you can make them smaller, of course. It's a bit tricky because that was small what I did, wasn't it? But we could try another one. It's a demonstration. It probably won't go on this poor girl, but you never know. It might have to. So I think it looks really nice. So thank you very much for watching, and I really appreciate all your comments and talking to me and everything, and tell me stuff, and tell me what things you're scared of. You know what I mean? Not actually scared of, but anyway. So thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.